Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on live view music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, come in today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on tenor Andrea Bocelli. Of course, he was born partially blind and at the age of 12 became completely blind. I just admire the resilience of this guy because he sold 80 million albums. So you know what? Good to pay tribute to him. Absolutely. Well, we're going from there to 1949 in my hometown, Adelaide. Yay, go Adelaide. Adelaide's one of these cities that no one knows about in South Australia. But you know what? It's an absolutely stunning city. We've got beautiful hills on one side. We've got beautiful beaches on the other. We do get beautiful sunsets here. And we're surrounded by grapevines. There's grapevines everywhere because South Australia, through such regions as the Southern Vales, McLaren Vale region and the Barossa Valley, we've got some of the best wines going around. And so Adelaide's not a bad place to live. In fact, if you're coming over to Australia, make sure you visit Adelaide. And make sure to go to Kangaroo Island. There's a big tip from me because Kangaroo Island is absolutely stunning. So, and even better, this guy was actually born in Christie's Beach. Now, I literally lived about 10 minutes from Christie's Beach when I was growing up. And I remember the place with fondness. It's come of age a little bit of late. It was a little bit dark around that time, but it's pretty pristine and beautiful now. So, you know, it's great to meet a guy that actually grew up 10 minutes from my house and actually played for the Christie's Beach Primary School footy club. So there we go. But anyway, he discovered music, and it was around 1965 that he joined a band called The Mermen that morphed into the name Zoot. Now, a couple of significant names in this band, one being Beat Birtles. Of course, he went on to form the Little River Band. And then we've got Rick Springfield as well. Of course, he went up to the United States and did his thing. I didn't realise he was Australian. There we go. And I'm sorry, Rick, for not realising that. But, you know, he went off to America and became quite successful over there. And so Zoot just released kind of one album while they were around for just a very short time. They just ended in 1971. And probably one of their biggest hits is the Beatles classic, Eleanor Rigby. Now, we all know Eleanor Rigby is quite a melancholy sounding song, very quiet, very introspective. You know, Father Mackenzie and writing a sermon that no one will ever hear, and Eleanor Rigby dying and all the rest of the sort of stuff. Very introspective. I do wonder whether they actually knew these characters. But Zoot came along and thought, hey, actually, we really like this song too. There's just something about the lyrics, but we're going to beef it up significantly. And they sort of turned it into a bit of a hard rock classic. And, you know, it's a really, really good version of this song. Really, really good indeed. And so we've got the official clip of them Zoot singing Eleanor Rigby. Now, Darryl Cotton is actually doing lead vocals. Darryl's got an amazing voice, this guy. Really, really so complete, so full, so just resonance. Everything is just there. He's got a very, very incredible voice. He also had the look, and he's a bit of a legend of the Australian music industry. People think of him with fondness. There's a certain vintage of singers that we'll get onto a second, who Darryl Cotton's well and truly part of. After Zoot, he did some songwriting, including for such people as Olivia Newton-John, the Osmond Brothers, Sean Cassidy, and Cliff Richard. So there we go. He's pretty well regarded when he moved over to seas and did some songwriting. Moved back to Australia in 1978, released a single, Don't Let It Get to You. Now, interesting words, this one. You know, I just had a conversation just earlier about a work situation. And, you know, the work's not going so well for this person. Classic case of too many Indians and no chiefs at all. You know, obviously the other way around, there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Well, in this case, there's a stack of Indians just doing what they like. And there's no one's got any managerial, I suppose, nous or strength to be able to deal with all of the stuff that's going on here at the moment. And so one of the things is, hey, look, just go to work, do your thing, don't take it personally, and just do your thing, get paid, and go home. Don't let it get to you. You know what, though? easier said than done, because if we're a kind of a committed, loyal, kind of committed sort of person, and we want to do the right thing by our workplaces, and we want to be able to make a difference, and we want to be able to be a positive influence in the world, and particularly at work, it's very hard to not let it get to us. I don't know how we balance all of that. I was thinking about this myself a little bit of late too, with some stuff that I'm going through at the moment, and I automatically go to the stuff that is going well, and I think, well, actually, I'm going to forget about that thing right now, but I'm going to just list off the things that I'm thankful for and grateful for, and there are certainly plenty of things like that right now, and so I think what we've got to do is sometimes we've got to leave things. And in certain places, like if it is work as an example, you've got to leave work at work. Now, if it is that, like, you wear a name badge as an example, well, take the name badge off before you go home. It's a bit of a sign of I'm taking myself and my employee version of me off right now. Speaking about Kangaroo Island earlier, when the bushfires happened there and pretty well got rid of, half to 2/3 of the island. It was a pretty bad bushfire. I went over as a disaster relief chaplain, so I get to go out to people's houses and see them all flat and talk to people generally. Obviously, I can't give away any names here because of confidentiality, but we can say that we went to Kangaroo Island. And so when I was coming back on the Sea Link, so if you do come to Adelaide and go to Kangaroo Island, that's the way you get there, absolutely. I just made a point of taking my badge off. I left it on until I got in the car and was just about to drive off. There's a bit of a symbol to me, hey, look, I'm not taking the chaplain onto the mainland with me. So whatever we need to do to don't let it get to us and don't let it stay with us, more importantly, as we move into our personal part of life, that's what we need to do. So if you've got a badge, take it off. If you wear an apron, take it off. Just whatever you do. If you're a doctor, take the thermometer off from around your neck. Just whatever you need to do to leave things at work is what we need to do. So maybe it doesn't let it get to us quite as much. Obviously, when we are at work, it's a different thing, but maybe what we need to do there too is, hey, just focus on the job that we do, the work that we do. If we actually really enjoy the work that we do and the difference we're making, well, just focus on that and, just deal with the other stuff as you need to. So don't let it get to you. Easier said than done. So we've got the official clip on that one. 1980, out came the song Same Old Girl from the classic Best Seat in the House album. This is just TV version. It's all about, hey, I went away for a while because I needed to go somewhere, and when I came back I thought things would be different. Well, they're not. Same old, same old, same old. My argument would say, well, why did you go away, mate? What were you expecting? Did you actually change yourself? We've got the same old bloke happening as well. Everything's just a bit same old, same old. We've got to shake things up. We've got to always keep things fresh and new. So we've got a TV clip of Same Old Girl. As you can see, Darryl Cotton's a pretty good looking bloke. It kind of helps him with the girls, absolutely. Between 85 and 89, a bit of a TV presenter, and then in 1989, he got an Advanced Australia Award for significant contributions to the arts. A little bit later, he formed with these Cotton Keays and Morris. Now, of course, Darryl Cotton, Jim Keays from the iconic Masters Apprentices, Turn Up Your Radio, and Russell Morris, The Real Thing. Three iconic Australian music legends, all come from the similar genre. These guys had a few albums together. It's been through combinations of a few different people. We've got a live version of Eleanor Rigby again and Turn Up Your Radio, which is, of course, the Masters Apprentices classic. And so we've got a live version. It's just nice to hear Eleanor Rigby a little bit more modern and a bit cleaner than the first clip I played you. But it's good to see these three guys. The harmonies are amazing, by the way. A pretty amazing live presence. I've got another clip a little bit later on, Till I Met You, a live version. This is Russell Morris Darryl Cotton, just being a bit introspective and just singing a bit of a stage classic. So it's good to see him a little bit later in life, because unfortunately Darryl did leave us in 2012. His last gig was at May 12 with his mates Jim Keays and Russell Morris. He died in 2012 of cancer. It was a bit unfortunate. And one of the comments made was, get checked out, look at yourself, make sure that you are looking after yourself. That was a bit of Darryl Cotton's final words to his mate, Russell Morris. So, he left us in 2012, but he was married to the same wife for all of his life, just around 35, 36 years of marriage, 2 kids. So a pretty amazing love story going on behind the scenes there. Between 1972 and 2004, there were 12 studio albums. I think there's been other releases with other people and 16 singles. So the links to those 5 videos are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Andrea Bocelli if you want to recap on him for free. How great to pay tribute to this Australian music legend today. All of the people that we mentioned, all I need to do is see a link in my Facebook feed of a band I haven't done. I thought, I better give these guys a go because they have contributed to music, and Darryl Cotton absolutely has contributed to Australian music. So it's great to give this Aussie music legend a bit of a go today. Well, if you come back for another one, or this is your first time to Live Reflections of Music, how great to see everybody here. Now, thinking about Facebook feeds, this little group came up on my Facebook feed only tonight. I thought, hey, I better do them. They're called the Box Tops. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.